Tim. We're good. We're on. Yes. Oh, I can, okay.
Yeah. That's the Tom Cruise. And today is Wednesday of our Father, May
27th? I think it's the 27th. I think it's the 27th.
Star Day. Star Day is the 27th of May.
Oh, good. I mean, May's almost gone.
You got tiny homes, everybody. You want to see
yes.
This is tiny home Mecca. All right, this is a factory.
Wait a minute, they can't hear you. Hold on.
You can't hang her.
Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it's not on. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's on.
All right. Behind me is, we call this a Craftsman style home. It's real big. The framing's different, the trailer's different, everything in it's different compared to our RJO and Freedom. That's why the cost is so much more. It's a heavier home, it's a larger home. I want to feature this a little bit. We don't do a lot of Craftsman's later since we started our new models with the RJO and the Freedom style homes. You can go on our website, see a lot of what I'm talking about, what's the features and what we're doing. We've been in business about 5 years. Yes, this Monday was a 5-year anniversary. Of course, the first 2 years is struggling, you know, just getting out there, you know, but we've been pretty busy ever since. And I think we've topped what? I think you counted, Amanda, what, over 450 homes now?
Over
450. So we got some experience in what we're doing. And we come on every day to show you what we do, how we build, ideas that we've done. Our homeowners, what they do, our customers, what they do is they design their homes on sort of a print that we have. So we do have a premise to go by, and then you add, subtract. Like you can see, this person here has got some arched windows. We have an arched door that's going in here. Pick out your metal, pick out your siding. You can pick out a lot of stuff inside. The basic of framing and wiring and plumbing and all that is about the same. Some folks will maybe have, hey, I want to put a plug here, I want a light fixture. If you have certain light fixtures that you want in your home, you want them on the side of the door, if you want them located here. So we do a drawing with our designer and they say, hey, put all this here. As long as we get that design, we can build it. But then we expedite it. And once it's done, signed, then we got to go. And so I'm going to show you what we're doing, where we're building. We got one being wired over here. We got this one being framed in, still getting ready. This one has been shifted in and out. Now we're ready to hit this one again. This is, like I said, this is a Craftsman style home. It's on a drop axle trailer. The inside vertical height is over 11 feet inside this house. This is a 10-foot wide home, so it's 10, how long is this, Amanda? 20 some?
Not sure.
Let's see. How long is this house, buddy? 22. 22.
10-foot wide.
Yeah, 10 by 22. It's got some special windows. These windows come in a different color. You can get white, you can get tan, and you can get like a clay color. And normally we don't put casements just because at our base price. But you can always upgrade. As you can see, they're upgrading to different types of windows, doors, all that's available. And we don't charge any more labor to put in the windows that are more money, okay? We just try to keep our costs down, and we use usually a local lumber supply that is nationwide, like Lowe's, Home Depot, to fill the windows in, and it keeps our costs, keeps your costs down, right? Let me show you a little bit about this. Like I said, this is a Craftsman style. That's a 4-degree pitch angle up there, and it's, instead of it being perfectly flat, we give it a little bit of a pitch for the water to shed off. And sometimes we'll doll up the end so it doesn't look so boxy. But what we love about the Craftsman is it creates so much volume inside the house. That's about as much volume as you can get. You see a lot of people have a shed roof that sheds one side, and they give it that real steep pitch. Well, up in our loft with the 80-inch ceiling for our, for our ceiling for under our lofts is 80 inches. That allows us to give almost 52 inches of headroom in the lofts. Everybody, if you want, the biggest house, the biggest bang is right here. This is your Craftsman style home, okay? Now we can still give it a pitched roof. Sometimes we'll put a faux roof on the outside. It's an overhang, and it gives it that break up a little bit. And we've got several of them on our gallery that you can see.
And Helene and Christine are saying it's nice to see a bigger house today because we've had a lot of the smaller ones here lately.
I mean, we've had them 16 footers in here. I mean, boom, boom, boom. It's all been 16 footers, you know?
Yeah.
And we're going to come on more during the day instead of the evenings. Amanda and I were talking about it. You know, we work all day, and then we've been doing videos till 8, 9 o'clock, and it's been hard to do that and then get up the next morning. So we're coming during the day, and we thought it'd be better too. You can see the guys, the activity in the shop, what's going on, and maybe talk to some of the guys, get to know our company. So if you don't get to shoot this or see this live, you know, recording's just as good, I think. And you might, unless you want to comment a lot, but we'll try to come on maybe on a Friday night. But during the day, we've kind of made up our mind. I think we want to come during the day to show y'all everything, okay? And Amanda, stop me if you get any questions. I don't care to stop and answer any questions.
Okay.
I told Amanda before, sometimes I got to finish my thought, but then she loses track of your all's comments. So we were talking, so if you comment, don't care to stop and answer any of your questions, okay? All right. These are all casement windows. You can see the crank on them, and they're a different color. So we are not limited to buying anything. All right, we can, like, as you'll see through some of these homes, we did metal roofing everywhere, but now we got shake shingles on a roof. We've used thatch on a roof. All right, we've used rubber on a roof. So we're not really limited to just our standard build.
And Robin's asking about the sizes of the Craftsman. What fits in the lots?
What's that now?
What fits in the lots of a Craftsman house? How
what
big can you go?
fits in the lot?
In the lot. The lot out there, like the beach, the forest. What do you put in a lot?
Well, like in the forest, they're 60 by 60, and we're actually having a 40-foot pad to put a home. So you can get a pretty good sized home in there. And the pads are going to be probably 12 foot wide, 14 foot wide of extra surface to park a home.
And the prairie will be the same way, right?
Prairie's going to be big too.
So the beach would be the biggest.
The beach
question.
is one, and you can get a 10 foot wide in the beach. It's 27 foot wide, the beach, so you can get a 10 footer, park your car and walk between them. What's nice about the beach, and Amanda I showed that, is that it's 40 feet deep. So if you got like a 30-foot home, you still get 10 foot of patio space
That's
in
true.
the back. And it's really cool because it's all concrete.
Okay.
Some really different amenities in each community that I think are unique for each one.
Okay.
Yep. I'm going to show you that we've already got some, they've been storing some cabinets in here, but this is how our cabinets come. Now this is a dead corner, right? And then you've got your cabinets. As you see, I always point out how they're built. They're built right here in our shop, handmade. We've had several guests today.
Yeah.
One from Ohio, one from Michigan that come in today. This is called a Randy Rack. I don't know where they got that name. Love these things. I think Amanda named it. I think I love this.
Yeah.
I had this thing and I just loved it because I had a stove here when I was living in a tiny house, or one of them that I lived in, and you can get so much stuff on here.
All your spices, everything.
It's just
It holds a lot.
Amanda, you wanted one in your house.
God, I won't use that thing.
We have to get you one. Oh, now this is a door that Rob made. Let's see here.
Gosh.
Is that not gorgeous? Look at the fluted underneath here, Amanda.
Wow.
And we made this right here in the shop.
I wonder how many hours it took.
Look here, Amanda.
Oh my goodness.
How's that? Can you see a little better?
Yeah. Is that a Dutch door?
Yeah. Top and bottom.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
I know. Beautiful, isn't it? I like pointing these things out because there's really nothing we can't do. Right. It's a big door.
Which is fitting for this house being so big.
Yeah, now see the volume. I don't know if you guys can feel the volume in here, but you're looking at over 11 feet tall, okay? Thing I can point out is because we're in here and we're framing, all right, these are 2x4 studs. As you can see, they go all the way up. They don't stop at 8 feet. A lot of times you'll see builders, they'll build at 8 foot, then they put another wall on top of that. Well, my thinking, why do that? It's a weak point, right? Always when you start and stop. So we went all the way through to the top. And as you can see, we don't have a header right here. Right. A header is a, you know, if you have a big span opening, you put a weight-bearing beam or something on here so the header won't cave in with load on the roof. But the header's up top where the rafters are sitting all the way across. So instead of putting the header here, because sometimes we'll have windows on top of windows, so we go to the highest point and put a header, and we go the whole length of each house. So that way when we're designing this thing, we can put a door wall, and we can put an 8-foot opening in here if we wanted to, and not worry about any of the load structural, you know, problems.
Right.
We got.
Now, is that something that you just came up with, or is that a standard, or how is that?
We came up with that.
Okay.
Yep. We've been doing it for years. I think third home we built, third home we built, we implemented that, and it's been ever since we started business.
Okay.
Yep. But we put, you know, strapping. As you can see, there's strapping from the header to the wall. It's all screwed, but we actually put steel strapping. We actually put hangers on the rafters to the headers. And so if you're into building or anything, you want to know more about the technical part of the framing, we also bolt the house to the trailer, and those are through bolts all the way to the frame of the trailer. And because now we're ANSI certified, we've been doing it forever, but that's something they require. And kind of point out anything.
In love with the door. Now,
isn't that amazing?
With the custom doors, how is it with the shop now? Because I know it takes a lot of hours to do this.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna point something out.
Okay.
Because we're using lumber that it's not oak, it's not maple. Some fine grained woods don't expand and contract and give. This has already moved a little bit.
Okay.
See that right there?
Yeah.
It's already moved. This right here, look at this, Amanda. I don't know if you can see that. You see that drop?
Yeah.
That's sap that come out of that knot hole.
Really?
Now this is kiln dried lumber. I mean, it's kiln dried, it's ready to go, and it's still oozing sap. The only really way to make this is to have like an oak or a maple or a hickory or some kind of Brazilian wood that doesn't move as much, but this has already moved just a little bit. But you won't get the detail on something like this if you buy it somewhere else, you know.
It'll be completely custom.
Yeah, yep.
Are we still doing custom doors?
Yep, we do them.
Yeah.
Don't mind them at all. Rob's really good at them, you know. But yeah, we'll build them. You know what? And I don't want to charge more than what they could get somewhere else and get something else. So, you know, a door like this may cost $3,000 or $4,000 from, you know, if you bought it. And we don't charge that.
And what would she treat that with? Like what happened, which we may be doing that for her.
Yeah, probably.
I'm sure.
Well, it'll be with the primer, and we do a shellac oil-based primer, several coats on that. It'll seal a lot of all this up, you know. But the movement of the door and the wood, that's something to contend with. Now, some people, hey, I want one that will just like perfect forever and never move. We'll have to use a different kind of wood. Because this wood, as you can see, it's already moved a little bit.
So what do you do to fix that? How do you do that?
I know how to fix it. You know, you could fill it, sand it, putty it, you know, paint it, prime it, and be taken care of like that. Because once it's moved, it's good. Or I think it gives the door character.
Yeah.
But if you don't want it to have character, then that's something different.
And speaking about character, somebody just asked that. Deborah said, how can you add character to a Craftsman because it looks so boxy? What could you do to make it look a little
on the outside is on this big gable here, I'll come down with a triangle on the outside of the house.
Yeah.
And I'd mentioned it out there at the beginning of the show. It's called a faux or fake overhang. So we put an overhang on there and it breaks up that whole wall. Yeah, it's on the outside. We do it on both ends. I think that's why I came up with the RJO and the Freedom, is that sometimes this volume is massive. It feels so big in here.
Right.
But if you didn't need a loft on both ends, I think sometimes that's when it's really cool to maybe bring the roof in at an angle and bring those walls down and then come up, right? And then have your dormer or salt box on one end or the other, or have one and separate it to break up the roof line. But
I do love the fake out though.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it wouldn't affect your inside at all.
Not at all. It's all made for the outside.
So you can really put any kind of design you wanted to.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Sure can.
Good.
But dormers break up the architectural look of a home. And that's why I came up with the Freedom and the RJO. And we made them shorter and lighter, you know.
And one of the reasons with the Craftsman, with the price more, a lot of things involved in that.
Yeah,
Trailer,
of course there's more home.
more home.
It's just pure volume is more home. The trailer is 2-3 times more expensive because of the sheer weight and volume of this home that it takes to do this. As you can see, we have fenders on the inside of the house. That's something you contend with while you're building, but because you have a fender, that gave you the more vertical height in here. So instead of like at 10, now we're at 11.2.
Right.
You know, but you got a fender now to work with. So that's why we offer the RJOs, the Freedoms, and the Craftsman. Okay. Yeah, so you can choose from.
Awesome. Yeah, this is a rarity to have a...
Watch your head there.
It's a rarity to have a Craftsman. Okay.
Come on, buddy. He is mud. Look, Amanda. Look. Come here.
Come on, Pumpkin.
Come here. Let's say. Look. Look at him.
He's got mud
Look.
all over him.
Don't. You know where he's been.
Oh, look at you. Oh my! Look at his legs. Oh God. Oh my God. Look at you. Oh my! Oh, look at his legs. Oh God.
He's been in the pond with Yump.
Lord
Yeah.
of mercy.
All right. Come on. All right.
Just real quick,
Yeah.
Can you show that door really quick again?
Oh, come here.
Yeah.
Hey, watch this. She's going to be mad we let it get dusty.
Another custom door.
Now, we didn't make this one.
Oh, I thought we did.
No.
I thought we made that door.
She bought that.
Okay, I couldn't tell the difference.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep.
What is it made out of?
I'm looking. It looks like an oak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's going to go on the
Mad Hatter.
Mad Hatter house. Yes, right.
The Mad Hatter. Yep. It's got is that a speakeasy? What do you call that?
Well, the speakeasy to me, I thought was a club. I'm just saying.
Well, who was calling it a speakeasy?
I don't know.
Okay.
Somebody called it that.
Well, whatever this is, that's a.
It's like a peephole.
It's a peephole.
Yeah.
All right.
But a speakeasy used to be like in the 20s. It was like a club.
Oh, so it was a private club. They opened the thing up.
Yeah, exactly.
I got it.
Now that's what I think, right? I think so, anyway.
Yeah.
But anyway, I want to look at this door, and when we get over there to Steve's house of the one we made, a comparison.
Yes.
There, you know?
Yeah.
Because it looks very similar. And
That's an expensive
just
door.
as cool, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right.
I wish I could show you the shop. We're getting ready. We're finishing the shop inside there. This is an 8x22, 8x20, right?
8x20.
New nose. Yep.
New nose.
And a couple things that we ran into that we had to change up, and I can show you. They were just, I don't know if it was mistakes, but just things we had to change during construction to make things work. So I'll point those out to you. We can think about it. And this is what happens when you get away from a standard build that we've done a million times and you start adding things, is what you really need to be paying attention to. And that's why our designer, when they do blueprints, why if we get off a standard build, it's so important to have good prints. Yep.
Hey, and real quick, somebody said that the speakeasy was the peephole. So I did not know that. So
That's
that
cool.
is why they are called speakeasy.
I can understand them calling it
speakeasy.
speakeasy.
Is a term for a peephole. So good, I didn't know that. I thought that was the actual club.
Well, that's it. We had another one that was a speakeasy. Remember a slider that we had? It went. It was
Yeah.
down there. Somebody sent it in.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Glenn's working on a cabinet, and that's an add-on. Like, this is an RJO, right? Bathroom, kitchen. And then that cabinet, actually, when you walk in an RJO, this is what's tough about this, is because you're limited on the width here. We have to have a 30-inch door, and that gives you a 32-inch shower, a 20-inch sink or cabinet depth. But then you got to have trim around your window. Then you got to have a light switch, because as soon as you walk in the door to the left, you got light switches. Well, that cabinet is right there. Where do we put the light switches, right? Well, when we add that cabinet, come here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, you probably get behind me. There you go. So as you can see, when you come in, you've got light switches right here. Well, this cabinet was out to the face normally.
Right.
So when we put it in, it actually covered up most of the switches. And then we need to have door trim on here also. So we had to take the cabinet back out, and we cut the entire back of the cabinet and then slid it, take it out, cut every shelf, top, bottom, and sides. Everything had to be recut in the back of that, right? And Rob's massive good at this stuff. He'll take it on a table saw and just flip it, and then cut the inside. Much better, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. Exactly.
So you can see there's things that's always, almost in every home, when it gets out away from the norm. A lot of times, even though we've done over 400 some of these things, it's still, sometimes it's just tough. And then you get different information that's processed to different guys. Maybe Rob didn't get the memo, hey, they got to be 18 instead of 20 inches deep.
I like that as soon as you come in, though. I like that. That's the first one that I've seen like that.
Think of the food you can get in there.
I mean, everything in there. And
yeah,
then you've got
ton.
and a foot.
Yeah, and
that's awesome.
yeah, and then when you see the living room, how much room's left in there?
Right.
Yep.
I love that.
And there's a full bathroom. Now we put shelves above here, so you got 1, 2, 3 shelves above your toilet. Tell me you can't get a lot of stuff in there.
Love it.
Yep.
I mean, packed in here, 8 by 20.
But this right here, it's an RJO, but we added, so we went in and added the mini split, added the range hood, and the cooktop, right? And then this one's got a different sink. So you can add certain things. This is an RJO with no dormer.
Love it.
But they pick and choose things that they want in the house.
Exactly.
All right? Storage loft. And of course, you get a regular loft above this, but the house is 20 foot long, so you're going to get a bigger loft. They've actually added a full-size washer and dryer in there.
I mean, a lot.
Now, I'm not talking just 24 inches wide. That's 30 inches wide.
Wow.
Yep.
Man.
And then, which we've never done before, there's actually a sink on the outside.
On the outside.
In the living room.
That's cool.
Amanda, I've always wanted a sink in my living room.
That's exactly right.
Yep.
A sink in the living room and a couch in the kitchen.
Yeah, and then here you go. Here you go. Amanda,
I see you.
I'm like 400 pounds. Look how strong this thing is.
That's super strong.
No, but this is a storage loft.
God, there's so much room in here.
I know, and this is an RJO, everybody.
Oh.
So our RJOs
Now,
are...
where's her water heater? Where's it going to be?
Good question. Let's see. Let's hunt it, Amanda.
Let's hunt it.
Hunt it down. Is there any plumbing up there?
Oh, look at this, too. Maybe it's up here. Oh, God, there's all kinds. It looks like snakes up here.
Oh, yeah. Now that is, it looks like normally we run solar.
Yeah.
And they want some solar wiring pre-ran. We for you in case you want solar later on.
What is that? Oh, now what is that?
Come here. Get out of here. Go on, buddy. Good boy. Go on. Good. Go.
I love how they boxed this
Go.
in.
You gotta go. Amanda, well, we boxed this in.
Yeah.
We boxed it in because this is the coolant lines for the heating and air. And then it goes out. So the condensing unit, now you here.
She's got a lot on in this.
Lots. Are you ready to go to another one?
Yeah.
Let's go. Come on, buddy. What are you doing? Huh?
And Chuck's working on the tongue box.
Are you sore? Sore? Moving slow? You sore? What's the name's limping over here today? I thought maybe you got. Are you tired? Are you limping? What happened? Oh, is that what it is? Yeah? You're looking good though. Look good. Huh? Yeah, tough.
How long?
You're all right. Go ahead, buddy. Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah. Good. You can't hardly hear him.
I know. How long on the tongue box? Like, how long does that take? Because you always talk about how long
I
it
hate
takes.
them.
And I'm sure the guys do too. They're
He'll be on there a couple days.
That-
It has more trim on that tongue box than almost the whole house.
Yeah.
You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 corners, a roof system. Then he's got to go back and cut the doors, trim out the doors, insulate the box. Yeah, I hate them.
Now somebody's asking, can a cover be put around or on the mini split to hide them?
No, it's got to breathe.
It's got to breathe.
I mean, you maybe put louvers and all that kind of stuff, but yeah, I don't like where it's at. I'm sure the homeowner, but there's nowhere else out there to put the house.
I know,
See what the
there's
heck
nowhere
is?
to put it.
You see the window up there?
Yeah.
We could have put it up high, up in the corner by itself, and then she
Right.
wanted a window up there. So what are we gonna do? You know?
Well, let me ask you this: if somebody is going to be staying here on the property,
Yeah.
or if they're going to be staying somewhere for a long time, does it have to be attached to the house?
Well, and this is okay. No, it doesn't have to be. It could be. It's got a long hose. You can put it anywhere you
Like
want.
at my house,
But
it
if you-
sits outside.
Yeah, but if you're gonna leave, it has to go with the house.
That's true.
And you know, being a tiny home, everything's portable. You know.
So it probably has to be. I
Yeah.
think.
Now, if you're at your home and your intentions are to have your home in the backyard for years and years and years, yeah,
Yeah.
you can put the heating and air system on the ground. Yep.
Okay. Well, apparently, I mean, clearly they can get wet. Would you
Yes.
build a shed over it, or
You don't have to build a shed. What do you mean?
like, because it can get wet outside?
Yes, they're made to
so-
get wet.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Sure are. Now we went through all these men of the 16s through here, and I don't want to not show some of these homes. I know some of the owners are watching the show and say, hey, show mine, show mine, show mine, show mine. I really just need to know where to, we got tomorrow's video, so I
Yeah.
can show half now and half then. Love showing your home. This is the Halseys.
Yeah.
Right. This
8
is
by 16.
8 by 16. We got a lot of 8 by 16s in here. They're slowly, like I said, the last few, days of this is, the last few parts of the home is, it just takes time.
Right.
All the little bitty detailed stuff that we're doing. There are some unique, I've seen they wouldn't have steps, but I could pull steps up there if you want to get inside and show the Halsey house.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then we can get back into
The thing
Steve's.
that's unique, what I like about their house is the very tall
That's
counter.
what I thought you'd like to
that.
show. So let's get over here.
It's so unusual.
Now,
And this one is gold. Is this Goldman?
yeah, Goldman.
Goldman. And
Yep. And
wiring it, right?
Yeah, and I wanted to show, this is kind of cool. This is a really good place to show the house. Like he's starting to wire the house, pretty much finishing up today. But what's nice is he's wiring it before the sheeting is on. He can walk around the outside,
Oh.
right?
Okay.
He can get on the inside, but you can see where everything's at. And the plumbing's in the floor, and once they sheet it, then we'll put the insulation in.
Now,
everything.
is that new to what we've been doing?
We get to this sometimes when he's not trying to finish up some other ones. We try to get him here at this point. He can actually walk around the outside of the house and drill his holes by just walking on the concrete.
And that's the advantage of having someone here full-time, a plumber full-time. Things happen, like he could stop that. If somebody had to have him in another house, this has to be done now.
We tried to sub electrical and plumbing, have a subcontract. You can't do it. We got to have someone here full-time doing electrical and plumbing.
You'd be doing full-time scheduling of them coming, and more expensive.
It'd be a pain in the butt.
Yep. Okay.
Because we got a couple trimming out. He knows he'll get this. He can rough one in probably, half a day. And then he'll get down here and trim out one or two light bulbs, and we have.
That's right. And we promised that we would show the wooden sinks. We'll do that today.
Yeah, we're going there next.
We're going to do that next. And also I want to ask. Good question, Lori. Lori Mullen, she stayed here several times. I think she's up in Lori wondered if an RJO loft can be lowered enough to fit an egress window where the hopper window was. In the house, let's see.
Oh, yeah, back here?
In the last house.
Yeah.
8 by 20.
You can. I mean, the vertical height is over about 10 foot. And you can lower it down and you have your sofa or whatever you're going to have underneath it. Sure. Them lofts can be lowered anywhere you want unless it's over a door or a shower. That's what limits your height.
Who was it that said, Anna and Deborah, they said, hey, it's wooden seat day. You got to keep us in check. That's right.
Making Steps have had a better day.
Yeah, they have.
Look, Amanda, try not to get hurt.
Oh, very sad. Okay, wow. I just love that tall counter.
Yep. Now this is a 16-foot home. So remember that. RJO. Big loft. What you do with your loft's up to you. It's free and clear of electrical. And it's got light switches, lights. We've got a sprinkler system up there. Here's our 2 can lights. Because there's not loft over here,
right,
we actually put these little sconces up so the lights can be mounted to them.
Those are boxed in. Like, how long does it take to make one of those little boxes?
That's a little bit, as you can see.
Yeah, I mean, it's
got to be built, framed, sanded, and
something I want to add is that, like, some of the things that, like the box, like the lines for the mini split, that's not increased the price, has it?
It does not increase the price?
I said, has it increased the price?
Well, when you buy a mini split, that's what you pay for.
Okay, but that's
to run the lines.
We used to not do that with the box in with the
it depends on what stage it was put in and all that. Yeah.
I see. Yeah. Okay. So this one right here, this loft right here, could be lowered and an egress could be put in there?
All right, think about this. If we lowered it, right?
Okay.
This is at about 80 inches.
Yeah.
Now you've got your window. The window's got to come down, right?
Okay.
The shower is in here.
Oh, it's got to come down.
I mean, the shower's got to come down. You got to have a shower head. If you don't watch, the shower's going to be down here, your shower head,
How far do you have to have it come down for an egress to be there?
Well, what she's probably asking, can you put an egress in the end wall? That's where we're going to put it.
Yeah.
All right. An egress window's 28 by 38.
Okay.
So we got to go 38 inches wide and come down. We may have, if you can't come down on that, you may have to change a little bit of the pitch or a little bit of the roof system up there.
I see.
That's why we don't put one up there, because it's hard to do.
And most people don't sleep in their loft, but if they did,
that's why I never say that is a bedroom.
Right.
I don't condone it, I don't, I'm not.
You need a way out.
If you condone something, you're against it, right, Amanda?
If you condone it, you're for it, right?
Are you for it?
Yeah.
I'm not for it.
I'm against it.
I'm against it.
I'm not for it, I'm against it.
That's right. Yep.
Let's see about a toe kick. Hey, Amanda, ask Randy about a toe kick heater. What's a toe kick heater?
I don't know, but you kick your heater to get it working.
Well, we've had one of those for sure.
Yep.
Oh my God, like this huge
Well, because we raised this thing up, we put a drawer underneath the bottom.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Good grief. And they have their water heater. I see it at the end there.
Yep, underneath their electric water heater. This comes standard with an RJO.
That's
Yep.
awesome. Wow.
I love it. Look at the barn door. See, it's mixed with
beautiful
new wood and barn wood. And this has been sanded, everybody, so you can still see the sawmill cuts.
Yeah. And see, that's not the super rough like that's over in Steve's. That's you can have it barn wood but look refined.
You need stuff like this at your house.
That's
right here.
pretty, isn't it?
Yep.
Very smooth. Very nice. Let me show That's so tall.
Yeah.
How tall
Like
is it?
41 inches.
Wow.
Yep.
I love that. I mean, just right here I could wash dishes and I don't have to bend my neck over.
Yep, and then you got these bow ties or butterfly things that looks cool.
Rob put those in.
Yep. All right, one mistake we had in there, it took us a while to had to redo it.
Oh, and somebody mentioned it.
Yep, the plugs.
Yep, the plugs.
Ah!
Everybody, I meant to say that the last time.
The plugs are too low.
Yep.
So we had to raise all the plugs up, redo the boards and the wiring and everything, and had to raise them up. Things like that happen. We never do a 41 inch, and then when we were roughing it in, it was already done.
Yeah.
And it's just, that's why we need these detailed designs when we do custom work.
Because you guys will remember that he put this on last week and somebody said the plugs, but we all seen it.
Yeah, we knew what was going to happen.
Yeah, of course. But that was great to bring up.
Yep. Listen, when you...
There's a toilet! There's a tank!
Ah! A lid!
That's so rare.
When you do anything live,
yeah,
or you show, I'm like showing, listen everybody, I'm showing you my underwear, I'm showing my closet, I'm revealing everything.
Embarrassing.
You can see a million things wrong in here,
oh,
in the building and what we're doing and but that's why when we build these homes, we try to go through them and try to look at everything. We see a lot of, you want me to sit?
Yeah. Show the distance there.
Yep, look here. You don't read a magazine anymore, do you?
People don't. Everybody's on their phones.
Oh, I got some texts, Amanda.
Oh, there you go.
Well, I got to handle stuff.
Need some privacy. Well, let me show the living room here. And this one's literally almost done. I feel like there's not many people here. Are they all inside the houses?
I know.
It feels...
They went on strike.
You know what? A lot of people take a break when the camera's on, too.
Hopefully they're working. Good?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, let's go see a wooden sink, Amanda.
Oh, and also, we'll shut the door and show it, but somebody said a little bit ago, and this makes total sense. Somebody said the speakeasy was for both the club and the door, but somebody else said that the speakeasy means that you can speak easy through the door. That makes the sense. I didn't know that. So I'm glad they shared that.
Instead of banging and yelling on the door.
To speak easy.
Let me in!
Yeah. So cool.
Private club, Amanda. Now they just do a tack, 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 tack.
Oh my gosh, that's new. That right there with his lights.
Do we have a problem?
Yeah.
They've got a problem. They've tore it apart.
Several nails in the
That's
wire.
new.
Oh, that's new.
That's cool.
But
That light there gave you guys problems?
it's wires in here. We got nails in the wires.
They got a nail in a wire.
Oh gosh.
So when they use their ANSI certification, we've got this box and we hook the whole house to it.
Yeah.
And it absolutely diagnoses every single thing in that house. Now we would have found it turning on the lights and all that too, but this here absolutely shows where it's at, located it, and so they've had to tear part of the wall out inside there to get to the wiring.
So it's the equivalent of like whenever you go get your car, they run it on a machine and it diagnoses
Exactly.
it. Okay.
Now, the thing about this house, we put wall plates on, we do everything we can to alleviate a nail or a screw or staple in a wire. Because of this one is so abstract, you've had to put fasteners in places you normally wouldn't to hold things down because it's built weird, right? And I'm sure that's what's happened here with this wiring. But let's look at the sink.
I want to see the door reach real quick.
All right, let me shut it for you. I mean, tore it up in here.
Yes, it is.
Wow. Amanda's waiting on me. Hang on there, Amanda.
Oh, no, you're supposed to...
Oh! Is this a speakeasy? Housekeeping.
There you are.
Housekeeping.
Housekeeping. Oh, my God. And we made this door. Rob
Yes.
made this door.
We made this door.
That's awesome. I want to see the other side of it. Holy God, is that not gorgeous?
I know it.
Oh my God, wait till y'all see this sink. I have not seen it. Oh, sugar. All right, well, here's the back side of the door.
How do you want this light held?
Oh my gosh. Ask them if they're ready to
See this cabinet here? You can see that really good now,
Randy,
too.
is all this wood?
It's all wood.
Oh my God, move this. That's just too pretty. Oh my Lord. Oh my gosh. Oh my Lord. Oh, and it's spinning? No, say it's not. Look at this. Oh my goodness. It's like glass. And it's all wood.
Yeah, this is an epoxy, the whole wood. It's a wood sink.
Let me back up. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's barnwood.
I had not seen it. This is the first time I have seen it. So, oh my, it's all wood. Oh, look at everybody. Oh, it's like glass. Oh my gosh. Is this not this gorgeous?
Yep.
Oh, now that is cute.
Yep.
That's stunning. Oh, we're going in and out. We're going to have to get out of here.
All right.
But is that not gorgeous, everybody? Wow. Talking about a great first
I
reaction.
know it.
We're all dying here. Holy cow.
Good.
Hey, Josh.
Hello.
All right, we'll go out.
Okay.
Mm.
Could you see it real good on your phone?
The bathroom sink was not in there.
No,
So tell them that. Yes, they
Oh.
may not have me.
Bathroom sink wasn't in there.
10-4. Wow. And of course, our Rob.
Yeah, that's our second one we've done.
Yeah.
And then we're taking a tree stump, and he hollowed it out and putting a drain in it, and that's why it's taking some time. So, yeah.
You know what I want to know? I want to know what Rob's.
I want to know something
I
too.
want to know what Rob's house looks like. If he knows how to do all that stuff,
Listen,
what's his house look
Amanda,
like?
a carpenter has the worst house in the house.
I know. The people, the ladies that cut hair, worst hair. They got
Yeah.
the ponytail.
Yep.
You
They
know.
don't want to fool with it.
No.
Yep.
That's like mine. I don't decorate my house. It's like, it's just there. Wow.
I can't wait to get this house outside.
And somebody said, I thought you were going to decorate as soon as they're done.
Supposed to be leaving June 9th,
Okay.
so we're going to pull it over this weekend over here by Amanda's door so we can decorate
Oh
it.
my God.
Yep.
So I'm going to work on it this weekend.
Yeah.
Wow.
16, and then we got Donna's house. Except Bart.
Bart, he's so funny. Look at him, here he comes.
Yeah. We got like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4. We had 5 16-footers in there, and every one was a different layout.
Yeah.
And it's,
Every one.
yeah. But as you can see, the initial framing and everything is about the same, but
Yeah.
you get inside and it looks like a total different home.
Right.
Bathtubs in a 16-footer, full tubs, full washer and dryers in a 16-foot home.
Love the wind boxes. Those,
Yep.
those are extra.
Those are
Can
extra.
you, and you don't have to have barnwood
No.
flower boxes.
No, they can be want for the flower boxes. We can put shutters. This is a barnwood, a more finished material. It's a trim package. So you got your windows, flower box all out of barnwood.
Yeah. Somebody shake shingles like that.
Yeah.
What do they need to say? Because there's different kinds now since he got the ones he got,
All right. As you can see, those are a little bit more refined.
Yeah.
They're not as, I like to call it, gnarly or heavy looking.
Not as chunky.
And then, yeah, it's chunky. That's a good word. And then on the roof over there, see how they're chunky, Amanda would say? And they're thick.
Yes.
All right, those are like an inch thick. These are more like a less than a half inch thick.
Yeah.
And so it's a more refined, smoother look. But yeah, either one. Either one. I think when you go real refined on the bottom part of the house, and then you throw a little bit of rough up in the gables,
Yeah.
I think it looks really cool.
I think it looks really nice.
Yep. And this is Donna's house. She's got the live edge siding.
Now, what
Yep.
does she need to put on the outside of her house?
If you don't want it to turn gray, see this color here? It's turned gray since we got it. We've had it here a couple months outside.
Yeah.
It's already turned gray. Now what's going to happen is see that soffit up there? The sun, when it hits, will shade part of it. It won't get gray. But the rest of it will be shaded by the UV rays. So if she doesn't, it'll continue to get dark and gray. But she really, I don't know, stain it,
I love it.
anything. Yeah.
I love it like that. What about the scallop shapes? Can you get those, or will you make those? Like shape them out?
Scallop.
Where they're round.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Little.
Blah. Well, you probably have to buy them. I mean, you can
Probably
cut them
have
with
to
a
buy
saw,
'em.
but usually buy them.
Lord.
He body slammed you.
Did.
He jumped up and slid her.
That's funny.
Yep. Oh, I bet Kimberly's excited. I seen her walking her dog in here today. She's actually staying here with us, and I know she's excited about seeing her house go
I'd
up.
say so.
Yeah.
Very
Now,
nice.
so what you can see is Jeff's putting on the LP siding. So we've got it all sheeted in. The trim, then we're ready to put up all the siding right after that. Set the door. We got a French door going in here. He'll get all his soffit. That's what he's doing right
Yeah.
now, the soffit and the overhang. You just tighten all that up.
Yeah.
Look, he's trying to help out with the siding.
Now, I think this would be a good time. I don't know what else you're wanting to share.
Tell me,
but,
man, I'll do whatever you want me to do, please.
So maybe some questions. Since it's like a Q&A Wednesday, we like to take questions. I know people's been asking them.
Q&A.
Yeah, Q&A Wednesday.
Tell me.
So why don't we do that the last part here?
Are we at the last part here?
Yeah. Yeah. Number one, the sink. Room sink will have to be what, tomorrow?
Is that how much? Oh.
Oh, well, do you know how much?
No.
I was gonna say
A
wow.
lot. No.
You know the
Well, let me
hours?
put it this way.
Yeah.
I actually talked to Rob. The wooden sink doesn't take really all that long. So yeah, we're
Really?
getting it down. It's really butcher block square.
Really?
Look at him. He just stopped and looked at Jeremy. I know, it did. He's still in the show, Amanda.
I know he is. That's what they said. Vapor said dying at Ace. Look at him. He's so cute. Wanda wants to know. Hey, Wanda, you can cut siding with scallop edges for the top.
For the what?
You can cut lap siding with scalloped edges for the top. What does that mean?
Well, take a lap siding and just cut scallops in it and
I
offset
see.
it like that.
I see.
That's a good idea.
Oh, well, you might want to tell this story because actually, Teresa's asking, what kind of soup did Amanda make for you, Randy? But tell what you said the other day. What happened?
Wait,
Remember when you talked about the soup?
yeah, I can't remember what I. Look at him. Look, look.
Just taking out the trash.
What do you mean? What did that say about your soup?
Well, it wasn't my soup, remember?
Oh,
Tell the story.
all right. Amanda brought me a mason jar of soup, and then she had a crock pot of soup, and she said, well, that mason jar of soup's old, and I said, well, I better eat it. And then I told her, she came in, I said, man, that mason jar of soup was great. She goes, I said,
No, that's not how you said it.
I said, Amanda, you made some really good soup. I had
Yeah.
your really good soup.
Yeah.
And I said, I love that curry soup. She goes,
You
I
said
didn't.
that one was the best.
Yeah, I didn't say the best.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. I said, she said, well, I didn't make that soup. like that. So anyway,
So ask him if he's got any
typical
soup.
guy's
Ask if he's got
trouble.
any soup this week.
No, I'm still eating last week's soup. But you know what I've done? I've improvised, as I know I can.
Oh, you're self-sufficient.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I added a bunch of ingredients to it. So my soup is actually, it gets big and small, so now it's creating a whole different
Is
taste.
that not what they did in the Bible? Didn't they have something called stone soup, and you just keep adding until like somebody brings?
The only thing I remember is manna from heaven. That's how he fed his Israelites, is manna from heaven.
Okay, Shirley wants to know, can we put a regular size washer and dryer in a tiny? I know the home would have to be larger.
Yeah, we have one down here that we showed you. It has a 30-inch closet because the appliances are 30 inches wide.
Yeah.
So you can 30 inches instead of 24, so you're losing about 6-8 inches.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
You know what, everybody, you get a 16-foot RV. You get an RV. This is a 16-foot long home. And when we walk in there, you guys can see the difference. On a 16-foot RV, you barely get enough room for one person, let alone 3 or 4, right? And this is a 16-foot, it's got a full kitchen, full bathroom, living room, place to sit and eat, and it's got a loft.
Sorry, but he's spinning in circles.
He's just stealing the show, Amanda.
I know, he's taking your time.
Yep. All right, any other questions?
No, I think we're actually good.
Well, that wasn't very many questions.
What is that?
You're making a mess, Ace.
Oh, my God. Look at him. Any update? I'm sure Yins have called, Alyssa called the Secretary of State.
Oh, stop. I don't even want to talk about
But
it. I'm not going to say anything until we're ready. It's like done,
Exactly.
all right?
Yeah, so when
news.
we know, they'll know, right?
Yeah, and I heard that our sales are just slammed.
Yeah.
I heard, well, they were telling me, I think Lynn texted me, said she had like 30. Sam said he had 100 come in. I mean, we're talking going.
Well, it's one of the things too, we probably need to, encourage, I know that you all are looking for more salespeople, but also with patience, because we do have a lot coming in.
Yeah. Sales, partnerships. I've got a couple people interested in our partnerships that we're looking into. That's just a whole nother deal, but still, we are still looking for, if anybody's looking at a full-time plumbing opportunity here. We're growing. We're going to add a couple more 100 feet to our building and another building for our inventory. We just across the street, 160 acres, so that's exciting for us.
Which brings those people who put their 20% down and have paid.
We're calling you and we're putting you on.
Be called soon.
Yep, you're putting on a build schedule and we're rolling.
Yeah.
So you guys we closed on the property. The people who have invested in the resort, they are now on the build schedule, and now we're getting ready to roll. So you'll probably get your home before the place is done.
Okay.
Yep.
And then Eric, I know Eric always brags on, I think this is the Eric that brags on
Joseph. Yep.
But he's asking, could you do the end wall against there completely out of glass?
Yes.
That would be
Eric,
awesome.
That's what I like doing.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you brought that up, because I've got a piece of glass right now that'll go a complete square on the bottom.
Right.
It's like 8 by 8. I'm just, it's $1,000 if you want a piece of glass. And I can actually get you a triangular glass to fit the upper part.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
So
good.
Perfect.
Also, with him saying that, I was going to ask something else, but I will in a second. Can you do the whole house out of glass? Or could you do that?
I actually wanted to do mine like that because I got all that glass.
Yeah.
I was thinking about doing mine. Yep.
I think that's cool.
I love as much glass. I want a glass. I know you guys think this is weird, but I like a glass shower.
Oh, everybody would. Yeah.
Yeah.
If there's
when you look outside, yeah.
Are there spots still available in the resort?
Yes.
Lord, yes.
Tons of spots, and that's 160 acres, everybody. Yeah. And that opportunity, really quick, was you buy a house, it includes 2 years free rent in the resort. 2 years free rent if you just buy a house to put in the resort.
Right.
And if you want to put it on a management company, we'll do that.
Awesome. Do you think it's going to be to live at the resort?
Well, I'm talking to the excavator, and that's why the engineer, matter of fact, he was supposed to be here. He didn't show up.
Okay.
But the engineer is to engineer the prairie, and I'm also going to start shooting the elevations in the resort. And I've already talked to the excavator. We want to start cutting roads and going right now.
Okay.
So they've got enough equipment where we can do all three of these at the same time.
Okay.
So that's what we're looking at doing. It may be quicker than we think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good. Well, then we can show. Oh, wait a minute. Here's one more. Do you build 400 square foot tiny home with the rear step down the master bedroom?
We sure can.
400 square feet. Is that a tiny home?
I'll build anything. I mean, it's a big house, but we built 12 foot wide.
It just has to be on a trailer, right?
I had somebody come in here and ask me if I could build a 14 by 30.
Really?
Yep. And my door is 16 by 20, so whatever I can get out that door, we're good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's more of a park model, and we don't normally do them that much. But like we said, man, we just love building, and we can engineer it on a trailer and make it work for sure.
Awesome.
Now remember, the wider you get, you lose the pitch. You don't have that really, really pretty steep pitch like you do on here. So if you take that house and you go wide, it's going to bring that pitch squattier, right?
Okay.
Because we can only go 13 foot 6 inches when it's on the trailer and sitting down. So that's the limit we have.
Judy's asking, or no, it's not Judy. Amare is saying, Randy, can you build a sunk-in living room in a 10 by 30 Craftsman? A sunk-in.
Yeah. Well, you know what you would do? It would look sunk in, but what we would do is just have, what you got? We would just have the floor built up where the living room's not.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. And also, what was it Judy said? Are resort houses still limited to bigger homes, or will there be a section for smaller ones like in the community?
Yeah, I see smaller homes coming to the resort.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will the spots be cemented for the homes to park on?
No, they'll be gravel.
Gravel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Good questions, man.
Yeah, a lot of good questions.
Yeah. Hey, what? Where you want to go?
You want to go out there?
Wherever it's quiet, or what?
Where it's not so soft.
Can we get signal out here?
Yeah.
All right. This is a room up too. Isn't that neat?
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah. So that's a sliding glass door.
Cool. Starting to rain, isn't it?
On a personal note, we should end every show on a personal note.
There you go.
Yeah. I wanted to bring up something, and the people that's had brought this up may be watching, and I just want to make sure. On a personal note, it was brought to my attention that the shirt that I wore on Monday was offensive to I don't understand all this stuff. I don't know how to talk about all this, like race and stuff. I never think about racism, but it was said stand for your flag and kneel for the fallen, and the kneeling was and please don't negative comment anything. I'm just going to say what I'm doing is I want to apologize if I offended anybody, because the kneeling was something of racism. Lord, if you guys know me, if you've ever been here, or any of us, Amanda and any of us here, why would I ever even want to do something like that would offend anybody? I just want to say, hey, if it has...
I thought the kneeling was for praying.
Kneeling, it was brought to my attention, just like Mr. Kaepernick, the quarterback, and he kneeled, and he didn't want to stand for the national anthem, and he was bringing attention to all the abuse that our officers are really coming out here and killing a lot of the people. And I don't know any of this stuff, all right? I don't get on it, I don't look into it, but it was something that, because of me coming on here publicly all the time, and I feel a responsibility is the more popular we become and the more people that watch. So it's just a personal note out there that, I guess I was taught in a way sometimes in the Bible said, hey, if you eat meat and it offends your brother, you don't eat meat anymore, right? Well, if you don't know if you're offending somebody unless they tell you. So anyway, I just thought I'd bring it up. It's new to me, and I'm learning a little bit. I'm just so into working and living and going, and I never think about that stuff. I never have. I was raised up in Detroit. There was all kinds of races from the Middle Easterns, to Africans Americans, and just all kinds of folks. I don't even know how to describe people. I just call them human beings and people and who they are. So anyway, I want to say that we're equal opportunity. We love everybody here. We want all races to come and live here. I know we've told this before, but Newport has an African American mayor. We have I think Tom told me there's an African American assistant mayor or deputy. We have a Latino sheriff, right, Amanda? Mm-hmm. And then we have a female county mayor. I thought Newport was very, progressive, I guess you could say, in what they're doing. But I'm not out and about. And of course, anyway, I don't want to get into it. I just want to say thank you for letting me know that, and apologize I don't feel like I need to apologize for something I didn't know I was doing, but at the same time, thank you for letting me know what I need to be doing and be looking out. So I'm kind of going to watch more often now to keep everything what we're doing. And I never talk politics, religion, or anything on here because I don't think we need to be doing that here. I love building homes, and I just want to build, man. I want to have people come here, live a life, believe what you want, how you want to live, say what you want to talk about, and do your own deal, And it's not meant for everybody to know your stuff. So you come here, you can live here on a $200 lot. You can be secluded, or you can hang out with people, or whatever you want to do. This is a place to be financially secure. Financially, hey, $200 a month, I can live here on a set income. I had 2 people come here today. One bought a house, one's coming back. And they are on a fixed income at $1,500 a month. And he said, I can live like that, And I'm happy with that. We're making a living, he's making a living, everybody's happy. That's kind of where we're going. And also we do up high-end homes. You can come here, you can rent them out, manage them. But we're a company, we're not a profit. We are here to make money, and we're here to make things happen, and hopefully go nationwide.
And just real quick, because I think it was Anna, please clarify how the resort homes will be set up. Did you say gravel? Just really quick, how they'll be set up. And all the homes, nothing's any different with the resort.
Yeah, nothing's paved. Nothing's paved. And hopefully you'll get to see that in the next 6-8 weeks when we're done with the forest. It's gravel. Now, it's not big, hunky, chunky gravel, right? We walk in and this is compacted like it's real small particle, 1/4 inch to dust, and we pack it and roll it. And it feels like concrete when you get it in there, but it's going to be no paving, just gravel. Yeah. Okay. And it fits the forest, and it fits the resort.
And real quick again, how close is it to your truck being done?
Don't talk to me about that. I told Dakota, I said, hey, I'm going to put the mailbox up there for you. Yep. Hey, come here, Mark.
Oh, he's running to the road, ain't he? All right.
There you go. Look at him coming. Look. Get over here. Good boy. Good boy.
Is a 12 by 20 okay in the resort?
Yes.
12 by 20.
What we're doing is we got a package. If you buy a 10 by 26 and larger, we make more money on a bigger home, everybody, okay? I'm telling you like it is. RJOs and Freedoms, man, they're lean and mean. We got to get them out. But we make a little bit more money on them. And so instead of what I'm doing is I'm taking all of our overhead that we would make and our profit, money I would put towards overhead, we're not spending any of that. I'm going ahead and we're applying that to developing the property. So that's why we're limiting it to a 10 by 26 and larger to do that. In the future, yeah, I see building smaller homes and communities on there. Lord, the sky's the limit. Right now, I got to stick to my plan. That's the part we need. Is a 10 by 26 is what, $58,000. You get 2 years free rent. You get almost $8,000 or $9,000 worth of amenities included in the build, and you don't have to deposit on a lot. You just buy the house and you get 2 years free rent. 58 and up, 58 grand and up, 20% down and finance the rest.
Awesome. Look at Ace.
Come see us, everybody. 850 Industrial Road, Newport, Tennessee.
We are letting people tour.
I got to go.
God,
open the floodgates. Just come on.
But not in the office.
No coming in the office.
No coming in the office.
They'll shoot you.
Okay, exactly.
All right. Have a great day.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. What's he doing?
Looking everywhere.
He is so nosing around.
He knows every square inch of this place.
He does. Bye. Good night.
Night.
And tomorrow we'll look in the container and the rest of the homes tomorrow.
Perfect.
Hopefully, I'd like to get in some of these too, just kind of refresh ourselves.
Yeah, because we'll be bringing them in to finish.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Bye.